Hey everyone, it's Jack, Ross and Maffew from Cultaholic, and we are here to do a unique version of the Pitches video. Maffew, this is your first Pitches video. Are you excited?
Absolutely. Let's get the cat excited.
We're going to do 9 pitches for WrestleMania 36, and remember that golden rule, it's not what we think will happen, it's what we want to happen.
Want to happen.
Hell yeah. I'm trying to think what order to do this in. I guess we'll go Ross, then Maffew, then myself, and then we'll circle around 2 more times, and that'll take us to 9 pitches. So Ross, do you want to kick things off?
Yeah, I want to cancel WrestleMania. I'm joking. Mine is not an actual mine's not an actual pitch for the matches themselves. Mine is a pitch for the production of WrestleMania 36. But I don't know about you two, but certain promos are fine when there's no live audience and just nothing behind them. But I'm struggling when matches are happening and there being no noise and nothing to look at whatsoever. So they've got millions of those LED boards that they build the Raw Tron with, and every Saudi Arabia Tron and the WrestleMania Tron and all that malarkey. So just get a million of them and surround the ring and create like a bowl, a virtual set sort of thing with those LED things. And like, I've got written in my notes here, it might look like that Tron movie in a kind of way. Is that a right reference to make?
That Tron movie.
I've got no idea. I've never seen Tron. I've just seen the ride at Disneyland, I think it was. And it looked kind of like that, like sci-fi, like its own little world, its own little virtual stage thing. So that's my first pitch, is to sort of, I don't know how you deal with the noise. Maybe, I don't know, piping animal noises or something, I don't know. But in terms of just looking at what we're seeing, the WrestleMania 36 set for me needs to be all those LED things, but like it sort of like creates its own little goldfish bowl. The match and the stage is sat in the middle of, because I think that'll look waxer. And I've got no idea if it's possible, but it's not what we think will happen. It's what we want to happen. And that's what I want to happen.
Now,
so you say animal noises. So for the ambience, you could have things like, say, oh, I don't know, there's this tiger opens his mouth and says, my wife fed me to this.
Spoilers, I've not watched it yet, man. Oh.
I'm not going to add anything else. I don't know what because I don't know if it is just the not seeing anything in the background, because obviously you see fans doing stuff. The Ghoul and his mum are in the front row having a great time as always. Stuff like that. There's always something going on behind to add to what's happening in the ring, or maybe sometimes distract. I don't know. It depends on your perspective, I guess. But the noise and not seeing anything is really bothering me during the matches themselves. So to try and eradicate that, I think building a sort of 3D little world that the WrestleMania setting ring sits in the middle of is a nice way. Even if I don't know if it's possible. Do you know if it's possible, Maffew? You're technologically inclined, aren't you?
It's the nicest thing you've ever said about me. Yeah, with a chroma key, you can D out. Big green screen. Would this be for the entire WrestleMania?
Yeah, and then maybe it changes the way it looks depending on what match is going on. I don't know.
Okay. Would you want a green screen in famous people like really bright green shirt guy and guitarist long hair dude and his mum, Brock Lesnar fan guy?
Make everyone feel at home like they're watching a WWE pay-per-view. All the hallmarks of a wrestling crowd.
Right. Sign guy just has different 80s references and nerd stuff who's coming down.
Yeah, he's at the bottom of the ramp next to the ring, where he always is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's no one else but them.
I just think, I don't know if it was like actually putting a crowd on the green screen or even using the green screen. All I was more thinking just those really sleek looking LED boards they use for all the Trons, just like build a goldfish structure and have cool patterns flashing along the screen like a Windows screensaver. It'll be all kinds of fun. But I think it needs something in the background, and that was my suggestion.
Right, because it's always been about the set design at WrestleMania. I mean, we had the roller coaster in Orlando. We have the pirate ship this year, but that ain't going to happen. So, yeah, I like the fact that they're thinking inside the bubble. Bubbles, that's what goldfish eat. So, I like it, Ross. What do you think, Jack?
Thank you, Matthew.
It's a yes from me as well. I think that it needs something. I was given a little glimmer of hope by Triple H when he was talking to ESPN, and he was saying that, WrestleMania is still going to look amazing. I don't know if it'll quite be Ross's idea, but I like Ross's idea, so I'm going to go for a yes as well. Ross, you have 2 yeses.
There've been a lot of things on these shows, Maffew. There's high stakes here.
Yeah.
It's not for nothing, this picture.
Oh.
When you get a yes, it's money in the bank.
What, a briefcase, or like?
Oh,
actual money in the
everything.
bank?
Actual money in the bank.
Everything.
It's £1,000 per yes, courtesy of Adam Pacini's bank account.
Oh,
That's why whenever Pachiti's on these, he always says no to everyone's pitches. He always takes issue.
It all makes sense.
Mm.
Oh, I can't wait to tell him during his live stream and see
Maffew,
his reaction in front of millions. What?
Maffew, what is your first pitch?
Oh, well, I'm glad I've heard that amazing announcement there from Ross. I know that I'm going to win $1,000 if this goes well, so near pressure. Like Ross, I think that they should do what they can with the production that they have. And given that it's been pre-taped, given that they're going way out there with at least 2 matches, the Firefly Funhouse and the Undertaker and AJ Styles match, I think when Undertaker comes out and says, I have my backup, and AJ Styles, oh yeah, you and what army, pal? And he goes, the Bone Skeleton Crew. And he does that with his arms like that. And this giant green screen they have, and an army of undead skeletons come out, just like an Army of Darkness with Bruce Campbell, step up and rise. And it turns out the very boneyard that they're resting on is actually AJ Styles' opponents. So Undertaker walks out with no one in real life, obviously, but to the untrained eye, which is everybody watching this, hundreds, if not thousands, hundreds of skeletons, dozens of skeletons will be coming out to take on Carl Anderson and the other one. Making full use of the fact that there's not going to be no one there. They can make it right. AJ Styles can be like selling like, no, get them off me. No, I hate skeletons and all the things he does. And Undertaker can, more importantly, this is the key bit of this, more importantly, Undertaker will not have to do a bloody thing. It's the best use of Undertaker. They can have the CGI skeletons take him out like F and Jason and the Agronauts. That reference is about 300 years old, but it's still relevant. And I think the less you can do with Undertaker, the better. This is the ideal time to have all the green screen and silly skeletons and things, and AJ Styles and Anderson and the other one go out and do what they can. So less Undertaker, more skeletons.
I like it, right? I do. But when you said it's going to be the
Boneyard match.
When you said it was going to be the Boneyard Crew, I thought for a second...
BSK.
I thought you said Bone Street. I thought
That's
you meant like
reference.
Godfather was going to come out and like all the lads from his gang were going to come out and help him.
It's
Who was in that
too
gang
hard
again?
to CGI Godfather.
Who was in that gang again? It was Godfather, Savio, Yokozuna, was it? Maybe?
Yeah.
I think so. Who
Yeah,
else
he
was
could,
in it?
he could do a run-in.
We need Mr.
Was Farouk?
Sumi from the Greatest Royal Rumble to
Yeah, I was
come
going to
back.
say, we could have the Saudi equivalent, the non-union Saudi equivalent, do a walk-in.
It's a yes from me, Matthew.
You don't sound very convinced, Jack.
No, I'm not.
Oh, well, that's as good as not a nod to a blind man, as they say.
It's a yes because you seem to have immediately just taken to the spirit of these Pitches videos.
Yeah, I learned from the best by watching you guys.
It's a resounding yes from me, so there's £1,000 courtesy of Adam Pacitti to your bank. But I want to take it one step further, Maffew. I want to take it one step further. As we all know,
yes.
AJ Styles is all about the little things. He's never actually said that in the promo, but we talk about it like he has. But I just want to... He's also a massive gamer, isn't he? He's also a massive gamer, so no doubt about it, he's got some sort of gun at home that hooks up to his PlayStation or something. So, he's going to... The crew are going to get up, they're going to start attacking AJ Styles, they're going to start walking towards him, but as they do, he's going to get a microphone somehow, and he's going to say, forget about the little things, this is a big thing, and whap out his virtual gun and shoot all the bone soldiers down. He's going to kill them all at once, but they're going to keep coming back, so it's going to be Styles and his gun against the bone people, and that's how that match will go out, while Undertaker watches like an umpire at Wimbledon.
Who wins?
Wrestler, I've got no idea.
AJ Styles was going to, I ain't scared of you, Saiyans unders, hail, bang. And he shouts bang as he does it. Bang.
Bang.
Oh,
So yeah,
Ross,
two yeses.
for the assistance there, pal.
£2,000 to Maffew from Adam Pacini.
For someone who doesn't do gaming, you really get the essence of gaming, Ross. It's very impressive.
Oh, I play all the games, me. All of them. Tiddlywinks, my favourite one.
Mine's not going to be. Well, mine's not going to be as good as those ones. I'll go for. Mine's more similar to Ross's in that it's more to do with the production, and I'm starting off. They used to have that thing where it'd be like, now we go to Highbury, and there'd be a satellite map of above the UK, and it would go whoosh, and like zoom right down to North London. There's Highbury, right?
Like Men in Black.
Yeah, I think they need to do that with. Yeah, I was gonna say let's do that for Mania, where like, when they've said they're going to use various different locations. I want there to be so many. I want there to be like one match to be on a beach, one match to be like in the sewers, one match to be like that Indiana Jones car chase where they jump in between trucks and motorbikes and stuff. And I think that they should introduce each one by doing that. And you know what? I think that instead of the pre-show panel, let's not have Sam Roberts in that. Let's have just Gary Lineker and Alan Shearer and a third one, but I can't think.
Alan Hansen back from the dead.
Not Hansen.
Oh, I love Alan Hansen.
Not Hansen.
You can just imagine Alan Hansen cutting a promo on NXT. You'll never do anything with kids.
But I think that WWE would want Jermaine Jennings because he's young and good looking. They'd want him in that.
And doesn't like wrestling.
And doesn't like wrestling. But I think you've got to have Shearer, just cause. You've got to have Gary Lineker, and probably Hansen, I suppose. But when it's Shearer and Hansen together, it's too miserable.
Yeah.
Oh, it's tense, not miserable.
Yeah.
Well, wait, this isn't real, so you could say anybody. Let's have Chris Kamara. Sure, why not? Yeah.
Gary Neville. Imagine someone takes a bum and Gary Neville's going, "Ah!" That would be fantastic. Originally my pitch was to use loads of different locations, but it's now, let's use loads of different locations and have the match of the day presenters introduce all of the matches. There we go.
Okay, I like it, and I like the idea of Shearer watching modern day wrestling and be like, well, that guy cheated behind that guy's back. Quick, let's go to VAR. And they don't disallow it. So then you get the rant. I'm like, bloody, in my day from Shearer. So yeah, okay, it's a thumbs up for me.
Cheers.
Yeah, fully on board with all of it. Love the idea of it doing the map thing when it zooms down. It'll make the production of it all and the presentation of WrestleMania sleek. Like, man juice off a tooth. I forgot. That old Jim Cornette scene.
Oh, I see. Yes, man juice, slick like man juice on a gold tooth.
Yes, that's the one. All on board with it. Let's move on, shall we?
Yes, let's move on.
It's your turn again, Ross.
It's my turn. Well, my arse was twitching like a rabbit's nose when Maffew was saying this first one. Because
that's such a Newcastle Jim Cornette.
Wait a minute. That won't sell for a bit.
No, when you were starting your first pitch, Maffew, I was like, oh my god, he's taking mine, because mine is related to the Boneyard match. And mine is feeding into Undertaker's line on the promo on Raw last week where he's like, I've got the unholy trinity coming for you, AJ Styles. It's pain, it's suffering, and whatever it was. People seem to think that there might be a scenario where 3 gimmicks of the Undertaker happens within one match. I've seen that online. I don't know if that's what it was hitting at. It's certainly hitting at something, though. So I was going to suggest the Unholy Trinity be an Undertaker stable of 3 brand new Performance Center wrestlers. I don't know who you would pick to be in there. It's a name out of a hat scenario. I don't know. Who's in the Performance Center would be good? Babatunde. Babatunde would be one. Bin Wang.
Bin Wang's gone, sorry. Bin Wang's gone.
And that lad who wrestled the crocodiles on Tough Enough. Let's just put him there. Nah. Zeke. But on a more serious note, like, the Unholy Trinity is 3 brand new wrestlers. Undertaker's got himself a stable, because I fully agree with Maffew from earlier on. I don't want to see The Undertaker wrestle. And most importantly, I don't want to see The Undertaker out-wrestle AJ Styles in the year 2020. Because that's just... It's too bit of a reach, that in the midst of this Boneyard match. That was a weird thing to say. But Undertaker sets these 3 brand new lads on AJ Styles. You've got yourself a brand new menacing stable on Raw. You've got The Undertaker in a managerial role, in the higher power role that he could have had maybe once. I don't know. But Undertaker managing these 3 rapscallions who take out Styles. If that's how you have to have Undertaker beat AJ Styles in this Boneyard match, go for it. But the Unholy Trinity being this brand new stable of ruffians to take down Styles.
Ooh,
I like it. Having a new Ministry of Darkness almost.
Yeah.
Undertaker at the helm and actually having 3 young kids come up and learn from him. He could be the Jake Roberts to Lance Archer on AEW. It's a nice idea. Less Undertaker wrestling. That's nice as well. What were we saying, Ross? Sorry.
I was just about to say I don't think it'd be as good as Jack the Snake. What a man that is. How does he come up with those lines he says on Dynamite these days? I've got no idea.
I don't know either. So let's move on.
Well, you've got to give it a yes or sorry.
I'm going to go with the positives, and it's, less Undertaker. New guys coming up, even if we can't think of anybody from Performance Center.
There's a million people to pick from, to be fair. Right. Could be anybody.
Tim Thatcher. Imagine.
Undead Timothy Thatcher.
Undead Timothy Thatcher, yeah.
You pain, Timothy Thatcher. Suffering, Timothy Thatcher with a mustache. to other one. Whatever.
Pestilence.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I like it. It's a thumbs up.
Get it.
I'm gonna have to give it a no. I'm afraid. I'm sorry.
No.
Oh, I know. That's £1,000 you're down there. Just because I think that I wanted the Unholy Trinity to be Taker, Kane, and then a third person, but I couldn't think who it would be.
Gangrel.
Yeah, there we go. Perfect. I wanted to be 3 older wrestlers rather than 3 younger ones.
Why do you want 3 older wrestlers?
Because the match is ridiculous anyway, so I don't think it can be saved. So let's just drive it off the deep end. Even if we have to sacrifice a Bin Wang WrestleMania appearance. Oh, I can see that's gone down really bad. Sorry, everyone.
I'm gutted.
I'm just staring at this. God, that's freaky. Sorry, there's a bin outside. Oh, okay, there we go.
It's Bin Wang.
The recycling bin was moving of its own accord, and then it started banging on the fence over the road. So I thought, why is someone doing that? And there's no one there. It's just incredibly windy outside, and it's falling on its arse. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Back to this.
Wow.
That was definitely worth breaking up the podcast.
It's your turn anyway, Maffew.
Too distracted after that. But all right. Okay, keeping in with the serious tone of the predetermined, pre-recorded notion of WrestleMania. On SmackDown, Elias got into a bit of a tiffle with Mr. King Corbin after he did a little song about him, and it wasn't anything nice. He fell off the little scaffolding, whatever that was supposed to be, and telephone pole, fell, and by all accord, broke his back. They tried to take him to a local medical facility, but as you all know, something's gone up in the world that we can't talk about. So all we know is Elias attempted to go to the local medical facility, and they told him to sod off. So sadly, Elias is still hurt. He still has a broken back that hasn't healed magically, contrary to what you would believe with wrestlers being so hench. So Elias still has a match, a very important match at WrestleMania, and it's been Gronk certified. So it's the most important match at WrestleMania. So Elias has had to put his thinking cap on and realize, I'll be able to take this guy on, but only if I use my James Bond wheelchair with all the gadgets that can come out of it, such as, but not limited to, drawing pins, oil slick, so then Baron Corbin go, whoa, and then fall on the thumbtacks and land on his ass. A punching glove on a thing that comes out like that and punches people. And an arm that comes out so he can press that and it goes on him, he can actually pin him while Elias is just chilling like this. And
are they like rockets, or is that too much violence?
Rocket, we'll kill King Corbin. This is the only way that Triple H was saying earlier. Triple H said that we're doing this to keep people happy. If they kill King Corbin, or perhaps burn him a bit, like the flamethrower from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I think that would make people happy. And there's so many different ways you can do it with a James Bond wheelchair. And Elias can just recline.
Do you remember that wheelchair No, not the wheelchair. Do you remember that car in Die Another Day when it turns invisible? And everyone was like, invisible's a bit of a stretch even for James Bond. He had an invisible car in Die Another Day.
Yeah, he did. I've got one behind me, actually.
Hey!
Yeah, that's how Corbin can go, I'm going to get you. And he presses the button. And then it's like, damn it, where is he? And he presses the button again. And it's like, ha ha ha, boxing glove. or a can of mace directly to the eyes of King Corbin. And I think that would be a much better match, not just entertainment value. And Kevin Dunn gets to express himself as being the James Bond director he wishes he could be. But also the fact that I have absolutely no interest in seeing this match in the singles. And it'll probably go 15 bloody minutes anyway if they let them do it normally. So I think a James Bond-inspired wheelchair... no, he can have his guitar as he's doing all this. And if you're playing, like, Diamonds Are Forever, punching face, forever, punching face. Right? Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Right. Ross?
Jack, your thoughts?
No, Ross's thoughts first.
My first thought is, I'll be shocked if anyone's still watching this video. My second thought is, no, Maffew. We've got enough silliness in different areas of the card. I want a straight catch-as-catch-can professional wrestling match between King Corbin and Elias on the grandest stage of them all at WrestleMania.
You don't mean that. There's an AK-47 being pointed directly at your head right now.
No, but I'm going to say no, because there's silliness elsewhere in the card. So I'm going to say no to this one. Can't go too far on the silliness. Can't go too far.
Oh, I see. I have misjudged the mood. I understand. Jack?
I mean, what you've done here is you've recognised, you've played to the correct audience, because you know that I'm also a big James Bond fan like yourself. So, yeah, it's a yes from me, because it's got James Bond in it. So
it's bittersweet
there
now,
you go.
mate.
What?
It's a bittersweet yes. It's only 500 quid.
It's not a bittersweet yes. I love it. And I love James Bond. Okay. And as any James Bond fan will know, the only thing better than a good James Bond film is a terrible James Bond film. So
there's plenty of them.
So I think that in the spirit of those terrible James Bond films, mine's a yes. So you've got one yes and...
Oh, sorry, pal.
You've got one yes and one no, which I think is 500 quid. Yeah.
See, I am defending my right to be a bit more silly with this because all of WrestleMania this year is silly. To pretend otherwise would be even sillier. So, but I can see how the wrestling purists would not want to see the James Bond wheelchair. But it is too. Jack, what's yours?
I'm gonna go for. I'll go for the same match. You know, I'll talk about the same match: Elias versus Corbin, because that's what people wanted to see when they clicked on this video.
No, great.
And I'm gonna say it's a mixture of what I think will happen, what I want to happen as well. I think that Elias comes out all banged up. He bravely tries to wrestle Corbin, but Corbin's just having way too much fun with him. So who comes out to make it a handicap match? But Rob Gronkowski, of course.
Oh.
Right, well, this isn't going to go very well. Gronk comes out and says, here we go. It's time for a handicap match. He gets in the ring as well. And then, you'll never guess what happens. Instead of Gronk...
Mahal.
No, not Jinder Mahal. Instead...
O.J. Simpson.
Gronk is about to beat Baron Corbin in this. Elias, by the way, has been put through like the announce table or something. He's completely gone. It's just now basically a one-on-one match. Gronk and Corbin. Gronk shows off his whatever he can do, but then Gronk gets cost the match by Mojo Rawley. He's heel again, and it leads to the match we all want to see at SummerSlam, which is Gronk versus Mojo, with Zack Ryder as special guest referee and Riddick Moss as the outside enforcer. There we go. It's the broken hype verse. That's my pitch. Do with it as you will.
Go on, Ross.
If everyone hadn't clicked off already, that's the one. As I sit here not knowing anything about Rob Gronkowski, I don't care about anything he does. Even though he was quite funny on SmackDown when he was dancing his way down to the ring and humping the ring post and all that stuff. But I don't care. I don't know who Rob Gronkowski is. He might win me over one of these days. He probably will. He seems like a very charismatic man, but I do not care what he's doing this Sunday on Saturday at WrestleMania. So anything involving him, much less a big WrestleMania moment involving Mojo Rawley, who again is as nice a fella that he is, I don't care about him. I'm going to say no. Okay,
well that makes sense.
Yeah.
Maffew?
Just like Ross saying no to my handicap match, this handicap match I also say no to because it involves Gronk. The exact same reasons Ross said. He's about as likeable as a pube in a sandwich. That's it. I don't know why we're still talking about Elias versus King Corbin. You may have meant to do this ironically, but you've sold this to me like it's a real match, Jack. I'm not serious about the wheelchair match, but you are serious about this Gronk match. Why is it that you like Gronk, Jack? The world needs to know.
I don't like Gronk, but I do feel I do feel bad for all of his fans. Because remember when Tyson Fury came along and all the Americans were like, who the hell is this? Like, we don't know who Tyson Fury is. Well, I think that's how we are being about Gronk right now. But I agree, he's not very likeable. Seems like a bit of a dick.
He's a sympathetic dick, is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Ross, it's your final pitch.
I'm going to the Firefly Funhouse match and just try to think what this match would be. And I would like to see the Firefly Funhouse be themed, like decorated by Bray Wyatt himself ahead of this match against John Cena. And every single one of the rooms is themed around each era of Cena's career. So you kick things off, you're in a prototype room. There's perfect mannequins everywhere because John Cena was the prototype. You then move on. So basically, you move on to a Ruthless Aggression room because John Cena, Ruthless Aggression, this, that, and the other. I've got no idea what these
rooms
rooms
are. What's a Ruthless Aggression room?
I've got no idea what these... This is the general theme of each room. So he's going to beat... The Fiend is going to beat John Cena on behalf of each sort of era of Cena's career because as we all know, according to the Fiend himself, or Bray, the Fiend was born because of that defeat to John Cena for Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania 30. So Bray is going to end and kill and beat every single version there has been of John Cena. So you move things on. There's a PG room. You move things on. I've written down in my notes here, there's a bestiality room because that's a funny word, but that's in reference to Brock Lesnar in SummerSlam 2014, whatever year it was.
There's a bestiality room.
Yeah, that's a funny word. Then we move things on. Finally, the final room in the entire house is a barber's in reference. It's just got toupees all over the floor in reference to John Cena's brand new hairpiece. But the thing I'm getting at here, you got, your themed rooms. Bray Wyatt, the Fiend. Is someone breaking in, Maffew? Are you okay?
No, sorry, it's just mouse, mate. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, that's all right.
So yeah, the Fiend just murders and then beats John Cena for each era of the Cena's career because as the Bray Wyatt's been saying that John Cena's taken years of his career and this, that, and the other. All the hyperbole around this match. But then, after Bray has completely wiped out John Cena, I want to see the Fiend quite literally take over WrestleMania. I want to see the Fiend overtake the broadcast like he's the NWO, but an evil version in a mask. I want to see Bray Wyatt just eradicate any memory I've got personally of like him getting beat by an old man one-on-one in a there was no shenanigans, was there? An old man beat the Fiend and he lost all of his aura, well, most of his aura. I can't look at Bray Wyatt these days without seeing that Goldberg, that scallywag, standing tall against the Fiend. I just want to see the Fiend make WrestleMania about the Fiend because I'm just rambling here, aren't I? I'm rambling.
Oh, it's good. Oh, it's good. It's good.
So after he's completely tarnished Cena many, many, many times and wiped Cena out, got a big decisive victory, have WrestleMania be about Bray Wyatt, eradicate all memory of the Goldberg match, make it all about the Fiend, make the Fiend the most important superstar in WWE today. Because, from SummerSlam until, what was it, February this year? When did it happen? I can't remember. Up until then,
February.
While it had its pitfalls, he should never have been in the Universal title picture, but he was, and we can't do anything about that. He was special, wasn't he? He lost that in Saudi Arabia, so I want them to do their utmost to make it Wyatt Mania and have him regain all of his aura. So that's a long pitch, but there you go.
It's a yes from me because I also want to see the Fiend win comfortably because Cena shouldn't be beating him at this stage. But it's still a yes, but I don't like the idea of making the rest of Mania about the Fiend. Because I don't want him to take the shine away from other people, like Gronk and Drew McIntyre.
Maybe Drew. I was going to say, would anyone be against, Drew's big win being held off until there's a crowd? Because I'm very much of that opinion.
Only if it was a no contest rather than Lesnar beating him.
Yeah.
I would say no, because we don't know when this is going to end.
True.
And by that time, wrestling fans are quick to turn. At that point, Heath Slater might have got a push.
I'd love that.
No, Jack. No.
Okay.
Only Drew.
What do you think about Ross's pitch?
Half of it's good. The idea of Wyatt annihilating John Cena, yay. The idea of Wyatt just basically rebuilding himself and forgetting the loss about to Goldberg. Yeah. It's brought to you by Little Whiskey. Yes, those are good. The making Mania all about Wyatt. No. Just build this up until the next big show, and then Wyatt can come out and go, how about I beat Goldberg again and we pretend nothing ever happened? That's nice, but the whole thing of turning Mania into that. So, I don't know. Can we do a thumbs halfway up, thumbs halfway down, like in Street Fighter the movie?
500 quid in the kitty for me.
Oh, there you go. I'm sorry, pal. A pay cut for Ross. Oh, okay, you're going all the way up,
Bison Troopers. I was just doing a bit from Street Fighter.
Oh, sorry, yes. So.
When Zangief turns babyface towards the end.
Real Bison Troopers. I see you in the comments. Oh, sorry. I'll start quoting the entire film again.
Coward! Come back! Right, anyway.
Come back and fight.
Maffew, your final pitch, please.
You got paid. Sorry. Final one. And this is half silly, but it's half serious, so bear with me until I finish the entire thing. I'd like to thank the great Tom Campbell for helping me with this one. So it's not a bad idea.
He's brought in hell.
Exactly. Well, it's my first pitches video. I want to make a good impression. Right now, WWE is in a weird position, like all wrestling is, with the fact that, we're supposed to be weekly. How can we be weekly if we're not allowed to have wrestling? It's a bit of a thing here, isn't it? What I propose, as Drew McIntyre is wrestling Brock Lesnar, which I imagine will be the last match of the day 2, I assume so, Drew McIntyre will claim or kick Brock Lesnar so hard that all of WWE resets and goes back to 4 years ago. So that means that WWE can just air old episodes of Raw from that period because Brock Lesnar was champion back then. So let's act like nothing's happened. And then they can add new segments with the only person that remembers it's actually not 2017, 40, whatever. It's not
when are you going back to? Oh, right.
Whenever Brock was champion. So
right. Sorry. Right. Okay.
Yeah, so it coincides. So you show up on Raw, you show up on WWE TV, click and go, Brock Lesnar's champion. All right. And so everyone's carrying on like normal. The roster's pretty much exactly the same. And then every now and again, Drew McIntyre will hack the system, the signal, and be like, no, this isn't right. This isn't right. I should be, no, none of this is. And then when they know, when the thing that we're not allowed to mention breaks out, they can have Drew McIntyre do more segments and go, no, I beat you. And he's got a copy of the WWE Network on his phone and start showing people. And they're like, what's a WWE Network? Like, no, it's a thing. And doesn't work, does it? Because it was around 20 whatever. And yeah, we have this idea of every week you watch it and go, that was good. I remember that match. Yeah. But also tuning in to see Drew McIntyre trying to get them, back and get time restored. Like how reality was kicked by Superman Prime so hard that it resets all. And eventually, when we know everything's back to order, he can just run in and kick him again in a random segment. Because again, the set's nearly exactly the same.
While Johnny B. Good's playing in the background and he's got a
yes.
this version of his own parents.
Yeah. And Brock Lesnar keeps on hinting like, I don't know what you're talking about, Drew. Still a champion. He's like, no, it's a different title. And all this. And eventually he kicks him so hard. And then they go, no, like that. And then it goes back to normal day. And they're in an arena somewhere. Brock's like, no, damn it. I thought I was going to be champion forever.
What was that?
That was good.
Was it? I
can tell by your faces it's an easy yes.
You and Tom have been getting so high.
Again, my defense is WrestleMania this year, as it is, looks like it's going to be the blandest thing in existence. So you have to go the other direction and be a bit more creative. Otherwise, you're looking at a wrestling show with near crowd, some CGI stuff, and 300 matches. It's the worst of wrestling. So you might as well go the entire completely different direction and do silly buggers. Because what better time than now? I
mean, I'm gonna give you a yes because you've come up with a way to get around the whole maybe not being able to do future wrestling shows.
Right.
So I'd say yes for that. But man, that was outlandish.
Yeah. And even better, Drew can go, I want my title shot, and Brock go, no, I've got to defend against Samoa Joe and Braun Strowman at these matches that are definitely going to be good and not under-deliver. Like, this is the thing.
And at first when you were saying Drew was going to kick Bison's going to kick Lesnar so hard, I thought you were going to say the next Lesnar wannabe is going to feel it. I thought you were actually going
so hard.
Yeah, it's a yes from me. I don't know why. Yes. I might as well give it a yes.
Oh, that's great, Jack. I'm happy to get you a corner, but I can't wait to hear what Ross has got to say about this. Ross,
I'm actually quite angry, Maffew. Quite angry. You've taken the sanctity and the this is a bastion of wrestling booking this show if you've just bastardized the entire concept that is the Pitches video on Cultaholic. This pitch, well, the crux of it, I agree with. Wrestling should probably stop for a bit after WrestleMania 36. Just, everything's going on. I agree with that. But a man kicking another man so hard that we go back several years? No! We have one silly pitch per video, normally. You've had 3.
What's silly about that?
Everything. That's a hard no from me, Maffew. I'm not having Adam Pachiti's hard-earned money spent on that.
No.
No way.
The comments
are gonna hate this video, aren't they?
No, they're gonna hate me, so it's all right. I can take that. Okay, then that's fine. I'll accept that you're wrong this one time. Jack, what do you have?
I'm gonna bring things back around, and I'm gonna end with a one that everyone wants to see, a crowd pleaser. I'm gonna end this video with. So I think that Goldberg comes to the ring. He's waiting for Strowman to appear, but someone jumps Strowman backstage. Don't know who, but that sets up Strowman's next feud. Strowman's laid out backstage. Goldberg's like, well, who am I facing then? And then over the Titantron, you just hear, bro. And here he comes. Matt Riddle comes out and just kicks the piss out of Goldberg and wins the championship. That's how WrestleMania should end. I would love it forever. That's my pitch. It's quite a simple one. There you go.
Well, I was already downvoted when I heard Goldberg comes out. I'm like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
I like the idea of Riddle beating up Goldberg, but can this stuff be kept away from the Universal title? The Fiend shouldn't have been there. Goldberg shouldn't have been there. Matt Riddle shouldn't have been there.
What? Why not?
Right now, Riddle's in a... What do you mean, why not? Riddle now is in a tag team with Pete Dunne. Yeah. He's got his own thing going on. It's very much that own angle that he's built up. Plus, they've already said, can people stop booking their own angles? That's silly. The Riddle win the Universal title on his first night there is very counterproductive. The other people that they're pushing, like... You know what? What a great idea, Jack. Main eventer. He's not 40. It's paying off the long-time storyline. What a good idea, Jack. Thumbs up.
Cheers. Ross.
Yeah. I'm full agree. I full agree. I am losing a little live here. No, we're backs up against the wall here with this situation with the Universal title. The prospect of Strowman being the man to fill the void doesn't get me excited at all. Doesn't get me going. But the prospect of Matt Riddle walking out and then just shoot fighting with his bro or he's not bro very much excites me. Yes, I'm positively going wild. I am here.
Cheers.
Yeah. Riddle walking out as Universal Champ. Plus, you build a new proper megastar. Hopefully, we need some more of them. A man walks on his first night and wins the Universal title. Styles did it in Japan, didn't he? Was it him?
Yeah, he won his first match. Yeah.
Yeah, and did he win the title first?
Sorry.
Did he win the title on his first night or something?
I think it was his first night once he'd signed full time. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Do that with Riddle, but the main roster. Pretend they're different worlds.
Yeah. So thanks everyone for that.
Remember,
thanks for
Gronk silly, Gronk normal, Gronk
normal,
sensible, silly, going around in the freezing time, bad.
Okay, that's what we've learned from this video.
Yes, that's right.
Thanks very much for watching, and thanks for your pitches, Maffew and Ross. Have you got anything to plug, Maffew?
I'm sorry.
Ross, anything to plug?
I would also like to take this opportunity to apologise to everyone who has made it this far into the video. Although, I reckon you count on one hand the amount of people who actually have. Happy WrestleMania, everybody.
Happy WrestleMania.
Happy WrestleMania.
Look out for all of our reactions and response to WrestleMania this year. We're going to be doing it as best we can, even though we are working from home. And thanks for watching this video. I've been Jack, that's been Maffew, that's been Ross, and we will catch you in a bit. Bye-bye.